Hello and welcome to the show. Today's silly car build. We start with an already fairly silly car. This is the Mercedes C63 AMG, a car well known for being vaguely controllable. This starts off as pretty damn powerful and pretty damn crazy to drive, this one. I do like it. It is great fun to mess around with, but it is not the easiest car in the world to drive. That's standard. We are going to be turning it into even more of a monster than it starts with, because when we go to the upgrade shop, when we go to engine swaps, we can put in the 6-litre V12. This is one of the most powerful engines you can get in Forza 5. This car starts off with 510 horsepower, and it's quite scary to drive with that. By the time we're finished with it, we're going to be putting in, I think it's about 1,180 horsepower the V12 here can get up to, through the rear wheels of a fairly crazy Merc. I can see this ending quite spectacularly, I think is the best way of putting it. Have we got any... No. It's not filling me with confidence. You've put a tiny bit of carbon fibre around what's already there. Have we got the proper C-class wing on the back? Do we... oh god, we can remove it altogether. Oh, well, we can remove the tiny little lip. Why would anybody ever do that? Okay, we're gonna have... We need some downforce of some description for this car if we're going to try and contain all the power. Of course, we are going to be going with the race tyres. I'm still not sold it'll be enough to keep this car together. I really don't. Anybody who's driven this car normally, we've got pretty big rear tyres. That will help to an extent. I'm not sure it'll be enough. We'll go through all of here. We may as well get all of these upgrades, just again in an attempt that we might be able to kind of control the power. It's actually a fairly heavy car to start with, nearly 4,000 pounds, around the same weight as a blooming modern Camaro. It's a little bit heavier than I thought it was, but then again, it's a big luxury Mercedes, well, luxury in some ways, I guess. How much can we dump the weight out of it by? Yeah, it's still going to be pretty heavy. It's still going to be up there with the Impala. When you compare this to the blooming Impala, the Impala is humongous size-wise compared to this. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit heavier, which is a good thing. It is a good thing in some respects. I don't want to be putting near enough 1,200 horsepower through a car that weighs sort of 1,500 pounds. That's when you get to undrivable territory. I don't think there are any cars that small that can have this bigger an engine in them, so you can't quite do that. But if you could, it would be horrendously hard to drive. Just having that little extra weight in here could be slightly advantageous. It's still going to be horrendously difficult to drive this car. I can sense this being more slidey than the Toyota Celica I had, but you never know, it could surprise me. It's unlikely. It's unlikely with this with this particular car. Right, over 1,000 horsepower. Ooh, if we could, thank you, menu system. Well done. You are doing well today. Oh god, I am legitimately scared of this car. Did I not put the turbos on? There's no option to upgrade them. I might have missed putting the turbos on it. Come on, here we go. But I can put an intercooler. That's confusing. Do the turbos not have any upgrades then on this engine? Once you put them in, then that's them there. I'll go check that. Is that right? I did definitely... Yeah, okay, we can't upgrade the turbos, it seems, on this car. There we go. 1,182 horsepower, 837 torques in a C63. This may end quite spectacularly. Oh god. Of all the cars, this could be the scariest one yet. Just the contemplation of driving it. Now, as ever, with a silly car build, I will take this to our test track. which is the Sebring Club Circuit, where I have 4 laps to try and beat a time set by a V8 supercar. The V8 did a time of 1 minute 8.1 that I'm now going to try and beat. While the V8 supercar is a pretty damn quick car, they do struggle a little bit with straight line speed. They just don't have it just doesn't have the power compared to the stuff that gets built in this. So the Mercedes stands a good chance if it can be composed through the corners. Looking at this car, I don't trust it, but here we go. Please be better than I am expecting from you. Okay, that's all that I ask. Okay, turn 1. How do we do on the power front? Oh, it gets a little bit twitchy when we try. Yeah, it gets a little bit twitchy when we try to put it down. Ooh, ooh, that's not gone well. That's really not gone well. We're going to clatter into a wall. Holy crap! That is not a nice thing to drive. That's probably the biggest crash we've had with a car on this around this track anyway. Good God, this thing is twitchy as anything. As well as you would expect, it's not so much the power delivery, if I'm honest. I mean, yes, this car is humongously powerful, and if you're stupid on the throttle, you go sideways. But it's like that normal. The standard C63, you go sideways if you stamp on the throttle a little bit too much. This one is not horrendously harder to control. It's this twitchiness at the high speeds that's very, very scary. Okay, can we be... No, we can't be flat out through there. We might just... That's a tough call, trying to go flat out there. Oh, we're not stopping. We're going into the donut zone a little early there. Oh, and we'll go round the circle. Don't put a wheel on the grass. Wheel on the grass is a very poor idea. Well, it was a donut zone for a reason, so that was what I was doing there. Okay, nothing to do with any oh crap. 4th gear still wants to spin the wheels. Taking that curve is a little bit scary as well. I mean, oh crap, we're not quite got the brakes that I would like, really. Oh, this is a very tough car to drive. I think part of it is a little bit heavier and the brakes are not that good, so you've got to brake a lot earlier. It has got a lot of power. It's not got the grip that I would really like from it. Most of the cars are struggling here. It's with the fast kinks in the straights that are causing real problems. It's not that bad around here. If you're a little bit careful with the throttle, you can put the power down without too many problems. I mean, I am tending to leave it in a higher gear. I think that seems to work pretty well. It's here. I want to be flat out, but I can't because it does that. You stupid Mercedes. Right, brake earlier. Earlier into turn 1. That might just about get it stopped. There we go. We're around the corner. Now, easy does it down here. Oh, no, wait for it. I can't unleash. I want to unleash all the power, but I just can't yet. And again, can't do it around here. Now we can unleash all of the power then on the brakes. There. That's it. That's all you get from the power, and then we can't stop the damn thing. Oh dear. Yeah, this is actually not that bad to drive around here because you just can't unleash the power. You just cannot. You can barely use full throttle at this track, so it's not as bad as it could be. Yeah, 3rd gear's fine. I mean, we'll just keep it in a high gear. Stop the wheels from spinning around these. Well, try and stop them. They are going to spin. Try and stop them a little bit around these slower corners. Actual handling wise, this is not a bad car. It's pretty good. We haven't got too much understeer. Woo. We've got decent grip through the corners when you're not trying to put 1,200 horsepower through the rear wheels. There we go. I'm on full throttle for very briefly as we try and get it stopped into turn 1. Yeah, you do not spend much time in full throttle with this car. You just can't around this lap. Okay, on towards the back straight. Nope, you can't put the power down there. There's a little bit of full throttle. I've got to let off for this corner, and then speed, and then instantly onto the brakes. But I didn't run wide this time. I didn't run wide into that nasty corner. Oh, got the curb there. Got to be a bit careful around here. Can't. Oh, just can't go too near that throttle through these corners. Ooh, and I get turned in to this one, blinded by the sun as well. Ooh, crap. Yeah, this is quite a ridiculous car to drive. As expected, it's pretty crazy. It's not as terrible though. To give it credit, it's better than I thought it would be, better than it could have been. And then we come on to the back straight. Again, trying to get the pad out a little too soon. Oh no, that was me trying to be flat out around that corner. Come on, car, across the line in a 1.8.4. It's not quick enough from the Mercedes. While it has a lot of power, good acceleration, and I'm going to presume a very good top speed, we'll find out in a minute, it doesn't have... You just can't use the power, I think. That's the problem with it. It's got so much of it. You can't use the power at this sort of track. So it is slower around this track than a V8 supercar and a Volkswagen Beetle and a Bentley. And I don't know what the Impala did. I never got quite a clean lap out of the Impala. I think that's about the same time the Impala did. Perhaps. Can't remember. Well, the C63 is certainly silly. But we're now going to find out how fast it goes in a straight line. Should be a little bit easier with this car, fingers crossed. I say that. I'm not sure I want to be taking the bumps in Le Mans at 200 and... what do we reckon? 230 maybe? We've got probably the second or third most powerful engine in the game behind the... I think it's third most powerful behind the Veyron and the Hennessy Venom. But of course we haven't quite got the most aerodynamical car ever made, and we do have the aero parts that are required. Oh god, 240. Okay, it's quite quick. Can we get 250 out of it? We can get 250.7. What can we do with the gears if we extend these any? Can we get any more out of it? Oh no, that's not a good way to go. Maybe we bring it back a tiny bit. 250. Oh, a little bit. Can we get 255? That might be pushing it. 250. I think 252 is about as good as we're gonna get. Okay, right, we will do that. And 252.8 is what I'm going to try and get out of it at Le Mans. Don't have a big crash on the way to the straight now that I've taken all the aero off. These are also some of the scarier corners to try and tackle with one of these silly car builds, as it's now got no aero at all, so it'll be even more slidey. They're higher speed corners than I would really like to be doing with this car. I suspect we may slide our way onto the straight. Then be careful with the bumps. I'm not sure this will like the bumps particularly. It had a couple of small issues with the curbs. At Sebring, I just avoided the curbs better in this one. Right. How far we can spin the wheels for? Still spinning. Still spinning. Okay, yeah, we're just about stopped spinning. 140 miles or 145 miles an hour is when it stops spinning the wheels. Okay. Actually, we've got really lots of understeer there. And out the other side, woo. As I say, without the aero, it's not quite as terrible as I had expected. If there are bumps though in the corner, that really throws it around. Very difficult to keep this under control if it's hitting bumps and oh god, there's a curb. Didn't want to hit that. No, it's not terrible through these first corners. I've driven a lot worse. Now this is the corner that's not nice. We're going to take it, hug the inside, middle of the road there, yeah. Just don't touch the steering too much and don't apply any power when going across those bumps. Seem to be the best way to tackle them with whatever vehicle. Okay, we're up to 200 miles an hour before we ever really get on the straight proper. Yeah, it is pretty damn quick. It really is. Blooming fast, this car. 230, 240. Yeah, we will probably get 250. Yeah, I believe the benchmark here. This car will do 252. We may run out of straight though to test it because we're about to go around the corner. 250. I'd like to do the 250. There we go. 250, 51. Oh, we're going uphill now. Oh crap! There's a big bump. Oh, good God, that's scary. That was on 100% of the tyre's grip right there. I could not have done. That was so close to letting go around that corner. And we will get it stopped. And I suspect those brakes will take a while to cool down from that one. Whew. Yeah, the Mercedes still glowing. How long will it stay going? The Mercedes is pretty damn mental, as expected, really. Not quite as mental as it could have been, I don't think, but yeah, god damn is this car hard to drive. It is slower around a track than the V8 supercar by virtue of it can't use the power that it has, but in a straight line, 250 miles an hour is pretty good going, I would say, from this. Downsides, the brakes aren't particularly good. It does struggle to get stopped a little bit. I think that's partly to do with the weight of the car. Other than that, yeah, not terrible. Not the hardest car to drive, but certainly not the easiest. You will learn throttle control if you try and drive when you try and drive this without traction control. That is for sure. Anyway, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.